Today's Bible reading is taken from second book of Kings chapter 5 verses 1 to 15 and today's Gospel according to Luke chapter 4 verses 24 to 30. Second book of Kings chapter 5 verses 1 to 15. Naaman, commander of the army of the king of Syria, was a great man with his master and is in high favor, because by him the Lord had given victory to Syria. He was a mighty man of valor, but he was a leper. Now the Syrians, on one of their raids, had carried off a little maid from the land of Israel, and she waited on Naaman's wife. She said to her mistress, "Would that my Lord were with the prophet who is in Samaria, he would cure him of his leprosy." So Naaman went in and told his Lord. Thus and so spoke the maiden from the land of Israel. And the king of Syria said, "Go now, I will send a letter to the king of Israel." So he went, taking with him 10 talents of silver, 6,000 shekels of gold, and 10 festal garments. And he brought the letter to the king of Israel, which read, "When this letter reaches you, know that I have sent to you Naaman my servant, that you may cure him of his leprosy." And when the king of Israel read the letter, he rent his clothes and said, "Am I God to kill and to take my life? Am I God to kill and to make alive, that this man sends word to me to cure a man of his leprosy? Will you consider and see how he is seeking a quarrel with me?" But when Elisha, the man of God, heard that the king of Israel had rent his clothes, he sent to the king, saying, "Why have you rent your clothes? Let him come now to me, that he may know that there is a prophet in Israel." So Naaman came with his horses and chariots and halted at the door of Elisha's house. And Elisha sent a messenger to him, saying, "Go and wash in the Jordan 7 times, and your flesh shall be restored, and you shall be clean." But Naaman was angry and went away, saying, "Behold, I thought that he would surely come out to me and stand and call on the name of the Lord his God, and wave his hand over the place and cure the leper. Are not Abana and Pharpar, the rivers of Damascus, better than all the waters of Israel? Could I not wash in them and be clean?" So he turned and went away in a rage. But his servants came near and said to him, "My father, if the prophet had commanded you to do something great, would you have not done it? How much rather than when he says to you, 'Wash and be clean'?" So he went and dipped himself 7 times in the Jordan, according to the word of the man of God, and his flesh was restored like the flesh of a little child, and he was clean. Then he returned to the man of God, he and all his company, and he came and stood before him, and he said, "Behold, I now know that there is no God in all the earth but in Israel." Today's Gospel according to Luke chapter 4 verses 24 to 30. Jesus came to Nazareth and said to the people in synagogue, "Truly I say to you, no prophet is acceptable in his own country. But in truth, I tell you, there were many widows in Israel in days of Elijah, when the heaven was shut up 3 years and 6 months, when there came a great famine all over the land. And Elijah was sent to none of them, but only to Zarephath in the land of Sidon, to a woman who was a widow. And there were many lepers in Israel in the time of the prophet Elisha, and none of them was cleansed, but only Naaman the Syrian." When they heard this, all in the synagogue were filled with wrath, and they rose up and put him out of the city, and led him into the brow of the hill on which the city was built, that they may throw him down headlong. But passing to the midst of them, he went away. Gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. May God our Father and his Son Jesus fill you with his mercy, peace and love. Amen.